Hello everyone, this is Elaine Heney here. It is still raining and miserable in Ireland, so I thought I'd do a quick video and talk you through the educational pony books that I have written for different ages. So we're going to start with the youngest and end up with the oldest or thereabouts. So, okay, first of all, we have this colouring book. So this colouring book is for ages 2 to about 5 or 6. It's called P is for Pony. It's actually educational. So I'm going to walk you through the idea here. Okay. So this book belongs to, I can write your name here. And so what it does is it teaches the letters of the alphabet, but it does it pony style. So A is for apple, and there's a cute picture of a pony here eating an apple. B is for bridle and for bit. And we have a pony here wearing a bit and bridle. And all of these, obviously, you can colour them in. So they're learning about the alphabet, they're learning about pony words, and also being able to colour everything in, which is fun. C is for my favourite breed of horse, the Connemara pony. We've got a carrot and a curry comb. So here's the Connemara pony. Here's the carrot. There's the curry comb. D is for dressage. And we have a dressage horse here eating all of the flowers. E is for equine dentist. F is for farrier, friends, forelock and foal. G is for grooming kit, gelding and girth. There is a grooming kit, there's a gelding, and there's a girth on the saddle. H is for hoof, hay, hoof pig, and herd. And it just keeps going on like that. So, lots to keep young equestrians busy, and also a really good way to start learning the letters, but also, just as importantly, learning horse and pony related terms. So that's pretty cute. It's called P's for Pony. Okay, so that's my first educational book for young riders. After that, moving up the years, we have Horse Care Riding and Training for Kids. So this book is for about, we think, 7 to 11 years. And so for this age group, it's kind of, you want it to be educational, but you also need the books to be like really fun and interesting, you know, to keep them entertained and going through the books. So with this book, what I did was, there's a quiz there. So there's different interactive things that you can do. So there's a little word scramble. There's another true or false quiz. There's a maze. There's a little word scramble. There's horse maths. So you can do maths horse style. Practicing their numbers there. The little maze. So there's tons of things in here. Lots of education. All of the books that I write are based on the ethos of listening to the horse and listening to the pony, listening to your pony, and looking at life from their perspective. So there's tons of like good horsemanship practices in here too, as well as the more practical things about names and the usual horse things that you need to learn at that stage. So the equine skeleton, they can learn about the horse's head and teeth. Here's the skeleton here. So it's really cute. This is actually a really popular book for age 7 to 11. Yeah, and I've had a lot of happy children reading this book and coming up to me at different horse shows and saying that they really enjoyed it, which is great. Okay, that's age 7 up. The next one, Listenology for Kids. This is for slightly older children. I would say age 9 to about 13 or 14. So because they're a little bit older, they don't need as many puzzles and things to keep them engaged. So this book is more text in it. So there's even, look at this, how to start shoulder out, because every young rider needs to be able to do shoulder out. And some people think, oh, you can't teach them that, that's too advanced. Rubbish. I could say something else, but I won't. Absolute rubbish. It's really easy to understand. If you have a good teacher, it's easy to explain. If you read this book, you can figure out really easily how to do it. So even if you're an adult and you don't know how to do it, just saying. But yeah, I think every child should be able to do it because it's just so good for your horse's health. So there we go. That's myself and Ozzy. So we have some, I put in some pole work exercises into this book. So this book is kind of more practical. So these are exercises they can actually set up if you have a few poles at home and try out with their pony. Really good for flexibility, agility, focus, all that kind of stuff. The 1 pole challenge, one of my favorites. So can you get your pony to stand like this, either on the ground or when you're riding, with 4 feet, kind of the front 2 feet on either side of the pole and the back 2 feet on either side of the pole. So they're really popular, actually, those groundwork exercises. A few more exercises here that we can do. And then a lot of horsemanship, horse care, saddle fit, health, grooming, stable management, feet, nutrition. There's a really good one here I want to show you actually. Okay, this. I think everyone should learn this. It's probably one of the most important things you're actually ever going to learn. So this is the age and maturity of all horses and ponies, and this is minimum, okay? So no matter what breed of horse, you see at the bottom there, it says at birth, that's the dark blue one. And then it goes up in the different colors, and the last one is kind of that red colored one, which is actually the base of the neck. You see that here? So in every single breed of horse, the earliest age-wise, any horse, thoroughbred, Shetland pony, Clydesdale, warm blood, Connemara pony, whatever you have, doesn't matter. The earliest age any horse is going to have their bones completely physically mature is 6 years of age. 6+ years of age actually, and the last part to mature is the base of the neck. And if you think like how critical that is for turning, you know, for moving the head up, down, it's crazy. And then actually the second last, you see 6 years, that kind of purpley one, that's the back. And what do we do with the back? We sit on it, okay? So you can imagine sitting on a structure of the horse that isn't actually physically mature until 6 years of age, and some people start sitting on it at age 2 or 3 or crazy stuff. It's just, you're running a high likelihood of running into problems with your horse's health when you do that. Anyway, I thought that was really important to actually teach children, so at least they have the information. They can make decisions themselves what they want to do later on in life, but at least they know what's happening with the horse's body. You have your horse's teeth, the hoof, equine skeleton quiz. Who doesn't love a quiz? Buying a horse, being a really good teacher, building a bond. So yeah, this is horse care, horse body language, behavior, groundwork, riding and training. So this is for age about 9-ish to 14 or thereabouts. Okay, and let me see, what else do I have? I have one more here. This book is for teenagers and adults. It's called the Equine Listenology Guide. Essential horsemanship, horse body language, behavior, groundwork, in-hand exercises, riding lessons to develop softness, connection, and collection. So this book, this is quite a thick book actually. So if you want to, it's kind of one of the things I wanted with this book that sometimes is an issue with kind of horse training books or horsemanship books, is that you read 3 pages and it's written in a way that's kind of hard to digest, and so you read a bit and you go, God, that was a lot of work, and you put it down again. I didn't want that with this book. I wanted this book to be like really readable, and if you picked it up, you were like reading stories and things, and then you didn't actually want to put it down, you know. So it was more like a storybook that you wanted to keep going, rather than like this big heavy instructional thing that you were kind of reading it but getting a headache at the same time. So this book is actually a mixture of stories, case studies, exercises, philosophies, approaches, and it's actually designed to be really readable. So there's lots of things here. It goes through different issues you might have with your horse, stories about my own horses, stories from people who've tried out the different exercises in the book and how they got on. So yeah, there's a lot of things in this book to keep you busy with your horse for a long time, and really the ethos behind all of it is listening to the horse, looking at life from your horse's perspective, because the more we can understand them and figure out why they do the things we do, riding gets easier, training gets easier. Suddenly, maybe if you're at a plateau and you're just like, oh, I just can't seem to get better, I'm just doing the same things every week and nothing really changes and I'm a bit stuck. This book, really good, highly recommended, lots of new ideas, and you might find some things that you're doing or your horse is doing or not doing that you didn't realize, and with a few small changes you could actually really make a huge change, pardon me, for you and for your horse. So that is the Equine Listenology Guide. That's for kind of like mid-teens right through to adults. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little tour, walkthrough of some of my books. If you want to see me do any other videos, you have any comments, that's cool. Just drop a comment below the video. Let me know and I look forward to reading them. And then finally, just to let you know, you can buy all of my paperback books at my website, which is elaineheneybooks.com.